Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rob, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Nice to meet you. And if you're returning, welcome back. Another walk and talk video. This one, I want to talk about a comment that I got. Somebody said it's about making videos with your phone, which I'm doing right now. And they said, how do you get the framing right when you're using your rear-facing camera as opposed to the selfie camera? So, so let's talk about that. So, the reason I use my rear-facing camera, so I can't see myself right now. I'm just looking at the lens. Okay, and the reason I do that is because with my phone, anyways, maybe newer phones, not so much. Well, this is about a 2-year-old phone, iPhone 14. But my rear-facing camera is way better than my selfie camera, okay? So, yeah, that's why I want to use that one. But also, another reason is that if you use your selfie camera, sure, you can do a better job at making sure you're totally in frame, but more often than not, that leads to you looking at yourself in the selfie camera as opposed to looking at the lens, okay? The lens would be way off to one side, and you may be looking at your eyes, which are on the other side of the camera, and then it's not looking like you're making eye contact with your viewers. So if you turn the camera around so that you can't see the selfie camera, turn your phone around, you won't be tempted to do that. You'll just look at the lens. So that's another thing. So I want to use that rear-facing camera, but how do I always make sure I'm in frame? Well, there's a couple tricks. And to make sure that I don't forget them, I've written them down. So the first thing I do, always, and I just spent a few minutes doing it here, is I'll make a test video. And when I make a test video, there are things that I am looking for. So I'll make the video as if, and I'll talk as loud as I will be in the video. So I'll make the video as if, it's my good take. Maybe just a minute, maybe walking one direction and then walking the other direction, do a couple tests, with the sun in different places. So let's say it's a minute long, then I'll watch that. And the things I'll look for, what are they doing here now? I guess they're putting in more drainage pipe. The things I'll look for are framing, to make sure my face is in frame and you can see, specifically my eyes. And I'm not always perfect, but I try to be as, in framed as possible. So I'll look for that. I'll also look for the background. So what in the background is being captured by the camera. There may be something specific I want captured, or may not. But if there is, I'd want to look for that in the test video. And then there was one other thing. Of course, the audio. I want to test the audio to make sure everything sounds right, everything sounds okay. Not clipping or things like that. So, not too used to making these videos, talking and walking by people, but oh well. This is part of me getting used to making these types of videos. So that's the first thing. Make a test video. The second point I have written down is that you then have to make your video and pray if you're religious. So yeah, just make your video. My walk and talk videos tend to be, I aim for around 10 minutes, maybe 15 max. So like 8 to 12 minutes, something like that. So I'll make the video, and it's already happened to me a couple times this week that after I made the video, I found that something was wrong with it. So in one case, I had messed up the focus so that I wasn't in focus. Another time, the wind noise was too bad and the audio sucked. There was another one that I made where I zoomed in on some of the background because I wanted to show, here goes another trail there. I wanted to show something out in the ocean, a sailboat or something. And then when I turned the phone around to face me and film myself, I forgot to take it off the 3x zoom. So the only thing I caught, I then filmed myself for 15 minutes, and all that was in the video was my mouth and nose, sometimes my eyes. So it was way zoomed in too far. So happens all the time. You just kind of have to have fun with it and laugh it off. Know that when you make a video, you may have to do it again. So, and the good news is, if you do have to do it again, you've already done it once. So call the first one your practice round, and then you get to do it for real. So that quite often can make the second version of your video better anyways. So it's not so bad. Remember that the framing doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so if you're doing a walk and talk video, somebody said in the comments to me today on another one of my videos that it's probably better if it's not perfect anyways, because it just makes you seem more authentic, more real life. There's a cemetery there in the woods. Anyway, a little bit, I walk by here all the time, so I'm used to it, but that might seem odd to somebody. There is a church not far down the hill there on the main road. So yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. And it's probably better if it's not. If it were perfect, then, you know, if things seem overproduced, then that just takes away from the authenticity a little bit. So there's that. What does this say? See, again, my eyes are failing me, so okay, so this next point is check your phone recording mid-record. So what I mean by that is, and you might see me do that sometimes, I haven't done it this time yet, but I'm going to do it right now. Yeah. I just wanted to check my phone just to make sure it was recording and also that everything's in focus. Now obviously I can't check my own face, but at least I can see that things are recording and the zoom is correct and all that. And you know, if you want to cut that part out of your video, your check, if you will, then that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to leave it in. All part of being authentic, right? This is me filming and recording a video. So there's that. Now, next point is, well, I already kind of touched on this, but watch your video afterwards. Like if you're out on set, so to speak, like this is my set right now, walking on a trail. And if I want to make sure I have a video to edit when I'm done here, then I'm going to want to check my video while I'm out here before I go home, right? Just in case I have to redo it. So, and if I have to redo it, I have to redo it. No big deal. If I don't have time to redo it, then I suppose I don't have to check it right away. But it's always nice to know before you leave the set if you do have to redo it or not. So that's what I would suggest anyways. And then the last point is, with all of this, I'm just going to put these notes away because it is my last point. As you're doing this, you have to kind of stay lighthearted, like have fun. And I know I say this a lot, but the more fun you can have making these types of videos, the better, right? The more you'll want to continue making them. And you know, the more you do it, the faster you'll become at filming them and editing them and then putting them all together. If you didn't have fun doing it, then you won't want to continue. So realize that you may have to redo some videos. Be okay with it. And if you ever do, I mean, I see these reels. There's for some reason I get these reels if I'm scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. There's a couple who are constantly hitting each other with these giant balloons filled with white, I don't know, milky something paint. It looks like paint, but I'm sure it's not. And they're making a mess of their house. But they keep surprising each other by hitting each other with these paintballs. And whenever they get hit with it, they make a video and they post it and they get all kinds of views and whatnot. But whenever they get hit with this paint, this balloon, their immediate reaction is to laugh. They both start laughing about it, even though they're probably looking at a 1 to 2 hour job to clean up the mess they just made, right? I mean, I can't get over it. But that's their thing. That's what they do. And they've somehow trained themselves to laugh each and every time it happens. So same thing with this making videos. Laugh. Whenever something goes wrong, laugh about it. Laugh at yourself, with yourself, whatever you got to do, because you're going to have to redo videos. You're going to have to settle with videos that aren't perfect, right? Upload videos where the video sucks, or even the audio. Try your best to make the audio okay, but it's okay. I mean, I just uploaded a video where the audio absolutely sucked because there was too much wind. But that's okay. And I think of the 50 or so comments I've read so far, maybe 2 of them said that I should know better than to upload a video with audio that bad. But the majority says, hey, it doesn't matter. I heard what you were saying and I wanted to hear what you had to say, so it doesn't matter. So that's comforting to hear stuff like that. So anyways, that's it. That's all I got to say. I hope you got some value from this. If you liked the video, thumbs up. YouTube algorithm loves that, and so do I. And I hope to see you in another video. And if you're around on Tuesdays, I do a live stream every Tuesday where you can stop in for 2 hours. You can stop in, you can come and go. You don't have to stay for 2 hours. And ask me questions. Let's have a chat. So I hope to see you there. If not, I will see you in another video. Thanks, guys.